I just spent the last 3 years of my life incarcerated. The first year in prison and the last 2 years on house arrest. Just a couple of days ago, I finally got the GPS ankle monitor removed. And to celebrate, I could think of nothing more appropriate to do than to disappear into the wilderness. My plan is to backpack the Tahoe Rim Trail. This is a 171-mile loop trail traversing the Sierra Nevada mountains, circling Lake Tahoe. Now, the Tahoe Rim Trail Association recommends that to complete this trail, you want to plan for a minimum of 13 days. Other sources recommend up to 15 or more. Here's the thing though, I'm on parole now, and my parole officer will only grant me permission to leave for a maximum of 7 days. So in order to still do this trail, I've come up with a workaround. I'm just gonna hike the thing in 7 days. Or at least I'm going to attempt to. To pull this off, I'm gonna have to be averaging about 25 miles a day. That's just about the length of a marathon every day, except with dramatic and constant elevation change, 24,400 feet of elevation change over the course of the trail, to be precise, while also carrying a like 50 to 60 pound pack. I'm definitely not sure that I'm going to be able to do this, particularly because I am not in hiking shape at all. I mean, I literally haven't been allowed to even like go on a walk for the last 2 years. But what the hell, you only live once, so let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, the one other thing is that if I don't make it back on time and my parole officer finds out, that will be a parole violation, which they could definitely take me back to prison for. Anyway, I am going to try to get some sleep right now, and we will get rolling in the morning.
Exit 15 onto US Highway 395 South using.
I'm up here at Mount Rose Summit. I just hiked 2 miles from the ski resort where it's the closest place I could get dropped off by an Uber. I'm starting the Tahoe Rim Trail right now. It's about 7:30 a.m. I'm just starting and I'm already about 2 miles deep in my hike. It's gonna be a long, strenuous day. 23 miles, I think it is, to get to Spooner. I already hiked 2, so that makes it 25. So yeah, let's get going. I can't stop smiling. I'm so happy to be out here. It's crazy. Oh man. See that lake? No, not that one. That one. I'm walking around that one. In a couple of days, I'll be on the other side of that thing. You can't even see the whole lake. It's just part of it. That water looks a little yellow. I'm gonna drink it. Strange kind of aluminum taste. All right, let's get out of here. I'm like a good 18 to 20 miles deep. Whew, it is brutal. This is hard. Well, just keep going. Oh my goodness. That was a day. I am stopping right here, but I did make it to where I planned to make it tonight. Whew, I'm beat. I don't know how I'm gonna get up in the morning and do that all again. It seems like it's just insurmountable at this point. I can't think about it. I'm just gonna pitch my tent and relax. Got my feet all taped up because I already started feeling some blisters coming on. It's 6:30 p.m. I don't care. I'm laying down. Hopefully I can get up tomorrow. We'll see. Starting day 2. 26 miles down, 140 to go. This is kind of a trip. Last time I was here, I was in prison. And this is a place where we used to come up on the fire crew and do forestry work. And we'd always park in this parking lot and then hike up this trail that I'm on right now to go do work all day. So that was like about 2 years ago, yeah. That's crazy. Only 102 miles left to Tahoe City. Cool, I'll be there in a couple days. It's not where I'm ending up, that's where one of the stops is on my journey. One of the most fun things about backpacking for me is that all of the things that I generally try to avoid when it comes to what kind of food I'm eating is completely reversed out here. It's so fun because you can eat the most, rich, high calorie foods all you want, and you still just need more calories because you can't carry as much as you are burning off. This is my first clear view of the south end of the lake. That's my hometown, South Lake Tahoe. That's where I grew up. I'm tempted to go down there and say hi to some folks, but I think I'll stick with my hike. It's starting to get dark, and I still have 3 or 4 miles to go before I get to Star Lake. But there's nowhere to camp here. I'm on like a cliff, so I gotta keep going. It's the only choice. Just keep going. Oh, California, cool. Back in California, back home. Freel Peak. I'll tell you a little story about this mountain that is one of my fondest memories. I had a dear friend who I was friends with since like elementary school. He died several years back, issues with drug addiction. But this guy was just one of my favorite people in the whole world. He had such an adventurous spirit, and he was just so spontaneous, and he was like Dean Moriarty from On the Road, just absolutely spur of the moment, like winging it kind of energy. But it was so much fun to be around him because something exciting was always going to happen. So this story was back in like high school. I think we were still in high school, and I was hanging out at his parents' house. We were just sitting on the couch, and he goes, "Hey, let's hike Freel Peak." And I was like, yeah, that would be cool. We should do that. And he goes, "No, right now." And it's like 8 p.m. It's already dark outside. And he's like, "Let's go right now." And I was like, all right, let's do it. And we took off, and we just drove to the base of this mountain, and we started hiking up in the dark. And eventually we lost our way. We got lost in the forest. We didn't know where the trail was anymore. And we just headed out and finally ended up in this clearing where we could see the peak. So we just laid down and slept in this clearing until the sun came up. And when the sun came up, we just stashed our stuff underneath this log and just started walking towards the peak. No trail, just clambering over these huge boulders, like walking towards this peak and when we finally got to the top. And there's this little book at the top where people sign their names, and we put our names in there. That was so much fun. So I think I'm going to just dedicate this entire hike to him and just the memory of him. Anyway, now I gotta finish this hike. He would finish this hike no matter what. Ooh, some abandoned structures out in the middle of nowhere at dusk. That's ominous. I made it to my planned destination for the night, but I think I'm going to keep hiking because I'm familiar with this area, and I know that tomorrow's miles are going to be brutal. So I think I'm going to try to just get a little ahead of schedule and keep hiking. We don't have to stop just because it gets dark. Who made that rule? That's not a rule. It's made up. Made it to Echo Lake. I wonder if the general store is open this time of year. Maybe get a treat. At the very least, I'm hoping to find a trash can to unburden myself. Aww, yay. Oh my God. I just made it to the top of this massive pass. Whew. I am feeling it. I'm still hoping to make it way over there tonight. I'm getting ready to night hike again. Man, my knee is feeling weird. It keeps feeling weirder and weirder as I go along. Uh-oh. That helicopter up on that cliff means they're either rescuing somebody or trying to find somebody. All right.
right, day number 5. Just packed up camp. Man, I'm feeling sore. My legs are feeling weird. My knee is weird still. I've been hiking so much, I haven't had a chance to really like jump in the lake and lay around and dry off and wash off. So I'm feeling really gross. I'm feeling really dirty and I'm feeling really achy and tired. But let's get moving and hopefully we'll just get back in the rhythm. You ever walk through the forest and see these burn piles? Well, guess who's building them? Prisoners. Not always, just kidding. But that's what I was doing when I was in prison, is building burn piles a lot of the time. It's like the Sierra Nevada version of the chain gang or something. The very concerning pain shooting up my leg from my ankle has forced me to, for the first time on this trip, stop for a second and actually just sit and enjoy myself for a moment while I figure out what to do. I think I'm gonna eat some food, maybe wash off in this river real quick, and then wrap it with some medical tape and continue. Well, I'm at this awesome just knife edge ridge, but I just realized that I passed the Tahoe Rim Trail and now I'm just hiking on the PCT, so I have to go back a couple miles, backtrack a couple miles. Oh, that's so painful. I hate that just happened. I'm so disappointed. Like, my ankle is feeling so bad, like it's hurting a lot. I was really hoping to just like make every step efficient, but now I have to walk back. Oh my God. Oh man, I think I might be done for the night. There's this huge lump right there on my leg. It's definitely not on the other side. This gnarly, like hard knot. It hurts so bad. Anyway, I'm bleeding. Anyway, I think I need to just find a camp spot as soon as possible and put my leg up and hope that it feels better in the morning. About 11 miles from Tahoe City. So, might have to just hobble down there tomorrow and might have to call it quits. That sucks. I'm just limping super bad. I can't really help the limp. It's crazy. It hurts a lot. Of course, as soon as I decide I'm gonna set up camp, I see a huge bear walk by. I tried to get a shot of him, but I couldn't get one. So I guess I'm gonna limp along a little further before I set up camp. Not that that's really gonna make a difference. I'm sure there's bears all over the place. Well, it's the first time since night 1 that I'll be setting up my camp with some daylight left. All right, I got up at 3:30 this morning because I went to camp so early. My ankle's feeling better. That lump is subsided. It's still there, but I'm gonna start hiking and see how far I can get. Oh man, it's freezing out here. All right, looks like I'm hobbling into Tahoe City. Oh, lots of pain. Anyway, let's see what Tahoe City has to offer. Oh, nice. The Tahoe Rim Trail turned into this road. This is way easier. Oh, shit. Oh, hot coffee. Oh, rocking chair. Yes. Okay, so yes, there is this weird lump in my ankle that hurts a lot, but whenever I take a break for a minute, it kind of gets a little bit better and I start walking again and it gets worse again. I know I should probably stop and let it heal and I shouldn't be walking on it anymore, but I'm so close to the end of this thing and I just don't think that I would like it if I didn't at least try. It sounds good to stop right now because of the pain and the uncertainty, but I know that if I quit right now, as soon as I get home and my leg starts feeling better, I'm gonna be like, why didn't you keep going? So I'm gonna keep going. We're going for it. I'm leaving town right now. When I got cell service in town just now, I noticed that I had gotten a text from someone who said they were my new parole officer and that they wanted to meet with me the day that I'm supposed to get back from this trip. If I don't make it, that's a parole violation. And that's, you know, they can take me back to prison for that. Hopefully that's enough to motivate me to push through. I did like over 30 miles today just now. Oh my God, I'm dying. Gotta find a camp spot. Oh, good night. Whew, all right, final stretch, here we go. That's the finish line. 16 miles to go. Way to save the best view for last. Damn. Whew. 4.5 miles to go. I can almost see the finish line right where that highway leads, just out of sight. 1 mile left. Oh. This is it. This is it. We did it. Right back where we started from 7 days ago. Oh, well, that was intense. You guys, 3 years ago, I was addicted to heroin and meth. I was injecting it into my veins all day, every day, to the point where I was overdosing and having to get Narcan back to life all the time. I was living in a van after having lost everything, my career, my wife, and I was selling drugs to support my habit until I eventually got arrested and given a multiple-year prison sentence and labeled as a felon forevermore. That's like the worst case scenario, save for literal death. No matter what you're going through, no matter what your demons are, no matter what your challenges are, you can overcome them. And by overcoming your demons, you gain a strength to make your life into whatever you want it to be. But you gotta get started. All right? All right. What am I gonna do until my ride gets here?